Here we go. All right, let's see. I think Chaz is coming in. Oh, we're gonna do great. Awesome. Welcome. I see we have some people joining us.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon.
It's still morning for one more minute.
Yep. Okay. We'll hit both.
Yes. We're going to be getting started here in just a couple. We're waiting for one more panelist. Ah,
Hello,
Hi, Chaz.
how are you?
Good. The
great.
store looks great.
Yeah, we're actually going to leave it like this. We're not going to change it. We're not going to paint anything.
Love it. Love it.
Let's see. Let's put this in a grid.
So
There we go.
we have one participant joined so far, which is great.
Awesome. Let's see. I'm going to try and get some of the store back here too. We're doing some
Cool.
electrical and drywall today.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that brick wall too.
I was just gonna say I really like that brick wall.
Sorry, I'm adjusting to reverse camera.
You're good.
Yeah. Christy, you're muted.
I was going to say that wall is courtesy of Starbucks. They left it very nice condition for us.
Well, you know what's crazy is when they were digging into getting some of the electrical out, they found that this wall is only an inch thick. It's not a real brick wall. So Starbucks literally put it in just for an accent piece.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It's real fake brick.
Real fake. I love it.
Yeah, but it looks good. We're in the private room right now. This drop ceiling will start at the black line here, so about 12 feet up in the air. So it doesn't go all the way up like our other stores, but out here in the main area, it does go all the way up to the ceiling.
Very cool.
Nice.
The ropes are gonna get hung up there and stuff. So
Well, let's since we do have participants joining, well, let's give them a little explanation of what's going on here in the background. So if you joined us for our last webinar or listened to the recording, you met myself, Christy, and our other co-founder, Dr. Benjamin Wilkes, our medical director and ER doctor. And so today I have the opportunity to introduce you to two more of the leadership team here. We have co-founder Chaz Faulhaber. He is our chief marketing officer. And then Meghan Tallent, I almost said Price. Meghan Tallent. Can you believe that's how long I've known you? Your maiden name.
Yep. 10 years.
10 years. So Meghan Tallent, nurse practitioner, also one of the owners here at Onus. And for those of you that are joining us live, there will be the opportunity to ask Q&A at the end. We're going to introduce you to the founders, tell you a little bit about the Onus journey, Onus story, what our plans are for growth, touch on some of the frequently asked questions that investors and potential investors give us, and then open it up for Q&A at the end. So to kick us off, Meghan, why don't you just give us a little bit about your background
Yep.
professionally, personally, and then
Yep.
what brought you to Onus?
Yeah. So my name is Meghan Tallent. I am a nurse practitioner practicing right now. Background is ER nurse. I was an ER nurse at Swedish Medical Center and St. Anthony's Medical Center, which brought me to Onus at Swedish Medical Center back in 2015 when Dr. Ben messaged me on Facebook asking me to come start an IV for this business that he started, which then got me in touch with Christy and got me into the van next to the stadium, Mile High, starting an IV.
mhm.
So from there forward, Christy started emailing me and texting me if I wanted to do these IVs. And shortly, we did IVs out of the van, I think, for about maybe 3 months. And then we opened up our first retail location at Denver Sports Recovery, I
Mhm.
believe in October of 2015, around that time.
Yeah, October, November. I
Um,
remember being around Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, so opened up that retail store upstairs, and then we moved downstairs, which was really fun to help that grow and build the IKEA furniture at 12 o'clock at night, and then open the next morning. And Chaz and I would run the store together, answering the phones, and one of us would go do one thing, and the other would do one thing. And to kind of see, so I've been there, managed the low high store. I moved south with my family, so then started working at the tech center store and did all the staffing, hiring, kind of HR stuff. And so that is my current role is doing HR, head of staff, scheduling, staffing, hiring, and managing the landmark store.
And
And
still
then
the
also
five E's
doing,
too.
right, and then still staffing the store, which is actually my true 100% passion. And then also assisting Ben with medical direction.
Mhm.
So that's
Awesome.
my history. Yeah.
You were, I think, employee number 3.
Yeah.
Employee, and I think we still have other employee number two
Yeah, we do.
and
Mhm.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
So we're,
some of our first people are still with us, which is incredible. So
yeah.
grateful to have such a long-standing team. Chaz, tell us a little bit about your background, which is not so medical, and what you brought you to Onus.
A lot of people when they come in the store and they see me there, they're like, "Wait, are you the one doing it?" And I'm like, "No, no, we have a nurse
Not a
that's
guy with
great
a
at
mohawk.
that. I'm just the guy from the marketing side." Yeah, my background is varied in marketing. You know, I got my start in Miami at Miami Ad School before getting a job here in Colorado as a strategic planner, which basically means I'm the guy that talks to people and builds focus groups. Um, Beyond that, when we got the chance to start Onus, I started doing more of the graphic design and video. And then as it commanded it, I get to design all of the stores that we are in. So yeah, I get to do a lot of the creative for the company, which is obviously what I'm passionate about. So yeah, since day one.
So what store are you in today? Share with everyone.
So this is our yet done, but our Fort Collins store. So I am standing towards the back. This is the front. This is our typical layout. It's an open layout. It's not just a bunch of rooms where you're not going to see anybody and be all by yourself. It's definitely got a community aspect to it. We'll be hanging our ropes up here, which are our trademark, our boss system. And then we do have a private room going in here for BHRT and privacy. So more things to come, but we're building out each store sequentially so that it fits the model as we continue to evolve.
Perfect. That's great. So speaking of evolution, Chaz, I think be fun for you to share a little bit about the origin story of how Onus got started back when you, Ben, and I first met.
Well, yeah, I love telling that story just because it's so atypical from like what you hear from other companies. You know, a lot of people were like, "Hey, I hear when you're hungover, you can do this, and you just need to know the right people." And we were fortunate enough to not only meet through mountain biking, that's how I met Christy, but we also got to get into this IV thing as a result of being active in the mountain biking world. I think it was Sedona first, and then Scottsdale, and then Vegas would be where we were really starting to pick up steam with the idea of it. Try it out, you know, and see if it's something we want to get into. But from an athletic side, this is the best thing ever if you've been, you know, mountain biking all day in the sun. So I remember, yeah, driving back from Scottsdale and sitting there on our phones looking to see, is anyone doing this in Colorado? And they weren't. So took about what 6 8 months of saving up some money, and then I quit my job and we started doing this full time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely low overhead with large Marge, our van.
Yeah,
Really.
if you're just learning about us, we didn't have a lot of money, no one was backing us, so we saved up for 6 to 8 months, bought a Sprinter van, the largest one you could get, called it Large Marge, basically built out a living room in the back, and then started going to events and parking it at near Mile High Stadium. So
I
yeah,
miss her. I miss
she
that
was
van.
she might be back one day, you never know.
I actually had a client ask for her to come back this weekend to a wedding.
Oh man,
Oh,
we had it.
I know.
resurrection from the past.
Hey, we could do it, we'll see.
We'll continue to speak about a little bit about evolution. Megan, you recently had the opportunity to attend BHRT hormone health
Yep.
training in Dallas, Texas. Our medical team is all going down there as we pilot this program and launch it. Share a little bit about your experience and why you think hormone health complements IV therapy.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I work kind of storefront, which I talk to clients day in and day out, which is really my true passion and what I love. And a lot of times I hear all the time how people are exhausted, how women are going through perimenopause or going through menopause and having all these hot flashes, exhaustion, fatigue, brain fog, you name it. So we had the really awesome opportunity to start offering BHRT. So I went down to a training in January down in Dallas with a company called Avexius and got trained on BHRT, which is going to be so awesome for everything that we can offer to the clients. Because not only now can we help them with their vitamin deficiencies, but we can also help them with hormone health. And we have already started it at the Wheat Ridge store and Highlands Ranch store, and a lot of our clients have had phenomenal results. So not it really just widens our perspective on what we can do and our I can't find the right word, but it just kind of widens our range and it helps people get to their best living, their best selves. We do that with IVs, yes, but I have clients. I had a client in here yesterday that was a client that I've seen since day one coming in. And he is very interested. And it's like all these people know us, they trust us. And so that experience was awesome to be able to add this to our realm of what we offer.
Yeah, and tying in with that, we changed a little bit of a rebrand. We changed our name. So just to be a little bit more all-encompassing, we went from Onus IV Hydration Bar to Onus IV Therapy and Longevity.
Mhm.
Chaz, from a marketing perspective, what does that mean to you to like broaden the name, broaden the services? What do you see that looking like going forward?
Well, in marketing, you really only get one chance to own an occasion in someone's mind. There's some places that are great for like a coffee and some places that are great for date night. You really have to know what you own in the customer's mind. And so for 10 years, we've been an IV clinic. And my chief concern and what I've been working against has been how do you not change the perspective, but tweak the perspective. And like what Meghan said, if you have a client's trust, they'll come with you on the journey. It's a lot of it is you can make a great brand and a great logo, but it doesn't mean anything until the people behind it actually, guide you to what they want to show you. So in that regard, from a marketing standpoint, we've always really excelled at having really qualified people doing our services. And if we're going to take customers down this new road to understanding something else about their health, then our foundation was laid 10 years ago and we're ready to go.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we really laid that foundation right from the very start, always hiring ER nurses,
Mm-hmm.
having ER standards in our SOPs and our protocols with Dr. Ben's direction. So touching on that, Megan, as we
Yeah.
franchise, as we grow, we're going to be adding stores, whether in
Yep.
state or out of state. What are your goals as one of the medical directors here on the team for what
Yeah.
these out of state stores look like and how we grow appropriately from a medical perspective?
So one thing I would like to grow with is seeing these clients that I've seen for years and years and years and years and have been helping them. One way to grow is be helping them in a different way. But one of my visions and something that like I want to happen in the next year or 2 or 5 years, I don't know timeline, but my biggest excitement is like walking into a store to go um, tour a store and say out of state, I don't care where, California, Arizona, Dallas, and walk into a client and meet them and know them and see them again and hear their success stories of how they're feeling, how we help them, how, BHRT, how the IVs have helped them, how NAD helped their anxiety and helped them get through or off their depression medications. So that to me is something that I've had here, at the stores in Colorado, but my something I just really look forward to is having that at another location and
Mm-hmm.
walking in and creating these relationships, friendships, lifelong friendships that I've had.
Yeah. Yeah. That consistency of experience and the clients have walking away with that same level of satisfaction
Totally.
of
Yeah.
satisfaction.
Well, and not just satisfaction, but feeling better.
Yeah,
I mean,
truly.
actually feeling their best selves.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, and knowing they can do more and be more present for the people that they love and be more
Totally.
present professionally and just be the best version of themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on board with that too.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
awesome.
So one of the things we've done recently is partner with FranSmart. They are a franchise development group that's what reputation comes from developing Five Guy Burgers, Qdoba. Chaz, tell me a little bit about what excites you about the new franchise or the FranSmart partnership and what we can do to be the best partners for them.
From a marketing standpoint, your brand is like very critical to protect. And so I think what I'm really excited about with working with FranSmart, because of the caliber of brands that they've helped grow, it's that they've grown them consistently and that consistent brand experience is going to be seen across all stores. It's not just going to be, me showing up at the construction site, making sure that it's working. They're helping us have these systems in place that are going to make sure that your experience in Dallas or Anchorage, Alaska, or New York City are all going to feel like you're part of the same tribe or vibe of people again. So yeah, that's what I'm really excited about with FranceSmart is the ability to scale consistently.
Yeah. Yeah. And so just to answer a few questions for potential investors out there, part of the reason that we are opening up the opportunity for crowdfunding and fundraising through the Start Engine platform is for us to be an excellent emerging franchisor. So often emerging franchisors do not have the runway or the head count to really support their franchisees. And
Mm-hmm.
because we are a medical business, it's so important that not only are customers satisfied, but to Megan's point, they feel different. They feel better. They feel like they were in good hands when they come into an Onus, whether it's in Dallas, Texas, or in Denver, Colorado. So for us to be able to give our new franchisees that level of support, we want to be able to promote internally,
Mm-hmm.
support our team's education, make sure training and all these services for IV therapy or BHRT is the best training that's out there, so that we're offering the best customer experience no matter where you go, and helping our franchisees be just as successful as the corporate locations have
Definitely.
been.
Yep.
Yeah. So for potential investors, like just to know a little bit more about the opportunity, all the details, the nitty-gritty of it is listed on the Start Engine platform. There's a lot of disclaimers there to know that, investing is a high risk proposition. So please read through all the fine print if you are interested. And we are always available for questions as well. You can invest anywhere from $300 up to tens of thousands, whatever your comfort level. The nice thing about the Start Engine platform is that it allows people of all levels to invest. It kind of meets you where you are in terms of your tolerance for risk or your ability to invest or how much you want to participate. So that's what's really cool about the crowdfunding platform is the ability to bring in everybody who's interested. So wrapping up our conversation around the future of Onus, Megan, we also are rolling out our peptide program.
Oh boy.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes.
We're just getting it started, but tell us what excites you about that.
Yeah. So again, client facing, I talk to people all day, every day. People have injuries they're coming in for. People have, mental illnesses they're dealing with. People have occasional depression. People are dealing with, weight goals they want to meet. People just want to be overall healthy right now. And so peptides are a new thing and very new to me as well. So I'm still learning significantly about them, but peptides are going to really be helping again with injury stuff. The GLP-1s, if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said, I'm a little on the fence about that. And I've done extensive research and I am so excited about these and so excited on what
Mm-hmm.
they can offer, not only in the weight loss realm, but in the autoimmune realm, in the mental health realm, in the, cardiovascular
Yeah.
protective, all sorts of different things. So I'm so pumped about these. I'm so pumped of what we can offer. Um, and I'm also really pumped on how people are going to feel on them. Still very new, so I don't have a whole lot to say on them, but I think that we can really work with pretty much any sort of ailment, whether it be mental health, whether it be physical health, whether it be just overall well-being, and really get people to feel their 100% best and whatever that may be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the just in talking with Kelly Cordy, our other nurse practitioner who's spearheading this program, I think one of the most exciting peptides to me is BPC 157.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
the realm of physical, injury, chronic injury, it's neuroprotective.
Yes.
Um, I
Soft
recently
tissue repair too.
Soft tissue repair, there's a lot of great information about it. I recently listened to a podcast and I didn't realize it was patented in Croatia first. And it has a similar structure to actually our gastrointestinal juices,
Hmm.
the peptide that comes from GI tract derived. But it has so many myriad benefits across the body, whether in terms of joint pain or chronic injury. And then, yeah, just benefits in general health as well. So the peptides are exciting. There's a lot we don't know about them yet. It's just starting to come out, but I'm excited that we are taking that initiation, that next step to be involved in something that is so proactive for people's health.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm super amped about peptides.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
that's awesome. Chaz, anything you'd like to add on the peptide front or other things that excite you on the horizon?
Well, it's kind of funny because this is an old Starbucks. And when you think about what we're kind of hoping to achieve, it would, I guess, be sort of the Starbucks of proactive wellness, an easy, convenient, and affordable place to come in and start making better choices for yourself. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I think you said it really well the other day when you said like there's your community, there's your pillars of your churches,
Mhm.
your community centers, your favorite
Yeah.
restaurants, your
There's a bank, there's a church, there's a grocery store, and there's an Onus. These are places that you go to take better care of yourself. Maybe you do it on a Sunday. I don't know. Whatever your routine is, we're hoping to be a place that fits into it.
yeah, awesome. Well, we have several participants in the audience. Is there any questions that you guys would like to ask of our panelists today? Please throw them into the Q&A. I'll moderate that and we can throw it out for them to answer. I think we touched on a little bit of the frequently asked questions we get, but just to kind of reiterate, um, one of the questions we get a lot is what does a share mean? A share is a portion of equity in the company. So you'll see that the share price on Start Engine is listed at $1 per share. So you would then have a certain percentage of stake in the company. These are all Class B non-voting shares. You're not obligated to vote on decisions or participate in board meetings or be served on a board of directors. It's a low commitment type of investment where you do have equity, but you don't have to have a participatory role. I think we touched a little bit upon about what the money is being used for, but we do get that question quite a bit. And it's going to be put into job creation, educational opportunities for the staff, and expanding, obviously, our portfolio of services. So we talked about BHRT, we talked about peptides. I'm sure there'll be other exciting new things in the medical horizon that we'll want to add to down the road. So our goal is to be a leader, not just in IV therapy, but in other proactive longevity services. And so part of this crowdfund, this fundraising is to like level us up to that next level of
Mhm.
offering additional services and doing it really, really well, building on that foundation of how well we've done in the IV therapy world. We also have launched recently a line of supplements and electrolytes. That is also something that we've been expanding upon. And so that is a part of our growth opportunity as well. And it all ties back to our mission of helping people live longer, better. All of these services tie back into that. And then a lot of people have had questions about Start Engine itself. So I just like to answer a few of those. Start Engine is a crowdfunding platform. It's that we've partnered with, and that's where we're putting forth our investment opportunity. It gives information about the company, our founders, our mission, our growth of the growth of this industry, the potential of the industry, and then details about investing for potential investors. So perks for investors, benefits are also listed there as well. There's certain metrics you can hit to get additional shares. You can also hit certain levels that'll give you membership at Onus. So it's all tied together to give you a benefit package. When does the investment pay out and what are our long-term goals? Well, obviously this is speculative. So again, going back to that disclaimer language, but our goal really is to exit at a large scale. We're evaluated at 8 million right now. We'd like to see ourselves at 10x, 15x that when we do exit a large volume of stores. And that's really when the payout would be for investors potentially. So those are the big questions we get. Any others you guys have gotten through this process or anything else you want to add before we close this out?
I
No,
don't
not in
think
terms of
so.
return. Yeah. And obviously, I can't speak too much because I'm in the marketing department. So you wouldn't want my advice.
Yeah, not the numbers guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've had too many questions so far. I think the link to the QR code to FranceSmart is really helpful for
So
a lot of people as well.
we did have a
Looks like Philip Horn's got a question.
yeah, so I'm going to take him off of unmute. Philip, if you want to unmute and ask a question, we're happy to take your question.
Sure. Are all the stores corporately owned right now?
That is correct. So Chaz is standing in our first franchise location, and all 6 that are in the Denver metro area are corporately owned. We wanted to repeat the process a handful of times and make the mistakes and learn from them before we coached franchisees through the process as well.
Understood. Where's the franchise store located? Maybe I missed that.
I'm currently in Fort Collins right now off Harmony
Okay,
Road.
yeah, you did say that. So yeah,
Yep, that'll be on Harmony Road in Fort Collins.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Are there have you sold any other franchises yet?
No, this is our first franchise that we've sold. We have a number of candidates in the pipeline right now. So that is part of FranSmart's job, is to vet those candidates. We've said no to a handful of people. We're being very selective
Yeah,
about who,
I'm very familiar with FranSmart, so
Oh, great.
for a long time,
Oh,
all
that's
the way
great.
back to Qdoba. So
Oh,
Wow,
interesting.
that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we're seeing interest out of Oregon, California, and Texas as a
South
start.
Carolina and Michigan as well. So those, we do have a pipeline right now that is out of state. And so they're really carefully selecting those candidates for us. And then of course we'll do our discovery day. And we just started our partnership with FranSmart not too long ago. So we're just kind of getting the ball rolling there.
all right, perfect. Thank you.
Oh, you're absolutely
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for everyone who has joined us. Oh, it looks like we do have one more question. Jeffrey, if you'd like to unmute, we're happy to take your question.
Hello, thanks for having this. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Absolutely. Hi.
All right, so I think the previous guy may have answered the question. So right now, all these are corporately owned. The one in Chaz is in Fort Collins is a franchisee franchise. So that's totally separate from the corporate structure.
Yep.
Okay, so what you're looking for today is investment in the corporate B, where you guys decide, like if we had some ideas what location you'd want to do it, that would be at the corporate level, not the franchisee's level.
Correct.
Correct.
Just curiously, what is the franchise fee? I mean,
The franchise fee is $40,000, and then our royalties annually are 6% and a 2% marketing percentage too.
okay. And then for Megan, you guys
Yes.
are doing what's that?
I said, yeah.
Oh, sorry. You guys are going into the GLP area. It's like, is that, or
Yep, the
Tirzepatide.
GLP-1s.
Yep.
so will you be doing like tirzepatide?
Yes, sir.
Just curious, what do you think that would be costing, or is that too early to tell?
I'm working on that. I'm the business side of things. So I actually am working on a big spreadsheet where we want to have competitive pricing. And that will be coming out very soon. We have a big task force call this Friday.
Yeah.
So
And
the
I think-
nurses, they can't, who does the blood? I know they do the blood work, but you have to have a doctor sign off on that. So do you guys have a doctor?
Or nurse practitioner. So Megan is a nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay.
We also have Kelly Cordy as a nurse practitioner. She's spearheading the program. And then, yes, Dr. Benjamin Wilkes, who was on our first webinar, he is a board certified ER doctor. So this is all practiced under his license.
Cool. I mean, I came in a few minutes late. So where do I find the information on that we were talking about, like the prospectus and stuff?
Yeah, so you can just Google Start Engine Onus IV and it'll come
Okay.
right up for you. That'll be our landing page for the Start Engine offering platform. Also, too, I'm going to put my email here in the chat box. Please reach out to me with any questions that you may come up with after the call. It's right there. It's just Christy@OnusIV.com. And we're happy to sit down, have coffee with you, talk about the opportunity in more depth. This is just kind of a get to know you introductory webinar, but we know people have a lot of very specific questions around something like this. So happy to take a one-on-one as well to answer those.
Cool.
Great.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you for joining today. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let me just check the chat one more time, make sure we don't have any other raised hands. We're looking good. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chaz. Thank you, Megan, for
Of course.
taking the time today to talk a little bit about this crazy journey we've been on. And it's exciting, and it's exciting that we're growing as we are and that we're partnering with awesome people like FranSmart, that they even took an interest in us is amazing. So yeah, thanks, guys, and everyone have a wonderful day.
Yes,
Thank you.
enjoy the weather.
Have a good day.
Yeah, bye.
Take care. Thanks.